Hey all, 118 Seth Shadow here. Let's go ahead and get into today's market watch with a little bit more to discuss in regards to the Azel reveals that we've seen. So, the main thing I want to talk about right now is Battle Sister Coco, which has been given an encounter in Divine Set 6, and at this point, the triple rare is caught up to the silver rare in terms of its base pricing. They're now both $10 to $11 right now, with the market prices deviating by around $6. The market price on the triple rare is currently about 7, while the silver rare is currently at around 12.50. And if you want to pick up the FFR for this one, it's around $42. So, because Hazel is a deck that does not utilize a stride deck set, Coco is able to be used within the deck given that it is part of the same nation. Of course, because it doesn't share the same clan, there could be some conflicts with some of the support cards, but it can still work out, kind of like how Bellicosity can still be used with Vermilion. There's also Dancing Cutlass, which right now is about $3 to pick up for its triple rare, and the lowest for its silver rare is currently around $4.50 with a market price of about $5.50. So right now, this one can only be used in Maelstrom. Futuristically, if we do get some other archetypes, we could see a bit more play, but because this is pretty much restricted to Zoo, that means you can really only see it in Aquaforce, Great Nature, and let me think. Neo Nectar. What else was there? Mega Colony as well, if we. Because that's the thing. It's also dependent on just which encounters that we would actually see come into standard. Even if Asha were to come in for Neo Nectar, it would very likely be a Stride deck set, meaning that Cutlass can't even be used in it. And Asha is probably the most popular Neo Nectar unit in the entirety of Neo Nectar to begin with. As far as others go, Musketeers are also a possibility. So, and in terms of Mega Colony, Gridor is also a Stride unit, so I'm not sure. But ultimately, yeah, it really just depends on which other ones you can think of. Because even Big Belly for Great Nature is a Stride set, so it's really like Leopard or Chat Noir that could possibly make it in. Gondiva Masks, which came out of set 6 as well. Well, with a lot of the Gondiva support being a whole lot cheaper than it used to be, this deck is not nearly as expensive as it used to be, and is not too bad of a pickup. 46 listings on the market for its triple rare, and it's basically $1 right now. And consolidated, it's also $1, so it's very easy to give it a try. If anything, it's just the Mask of Hydragoom, but then that got reprinted in this set too, so that gives a lot more flexibility in terms of being able to pick that up. Favernil Rheingold, which is the new form of Favernil, is also easy to pick up with over 49 listings on this triple rare, and it's 50 cents at its lowest. I was talking about one of the support cards that came exclusively from the deck, which that one is probably the most expensive thing to pick up, and it's close to $20. But as for this, it's really cheap. We were talking about how Balano is getting some new support later on, so going over another support card from Divine Set 5 is Balano Soldato Lefonhila, which is a grade 1 8k, 8 listings left on its triple rare at $1 to start off with. The silver rare is just over $2, and the double frame rare has 3 listings starting at $23. So, which of these high rarity Lyrical Monasterio Sentinels do you have? Because there are a lot of them that are high rarity. It's really just a matter of personal preference and to some degree playability. So, taking a quick look at just where they are. Right now, in terms of how well they're selling, it seems Mermaid Idol Ellie is currently at the top, and it's also in buyout mode right now with only one listing at $20. This one comes out of Divine Set 1 Lyrical Monasterio, so that's the newest perfect guard on the market for us. There's the World Origin Dreamy Cafe Reptilis, which comes out of Lyrical Set 4 Trick or Trick. That one is at $10 right now with a market price of almost 10 as well. If you want the Faded Clash frame rare, Best Served Heart Warmia, that's 5 listings on the market at $250 right now. Some of the old SPs, including Soapy Splash Ravina, which is currently at $11 base, it's the best selling so far of the original Lyrical Monasterio set. You also have Determined Cheekfulness Sarka, which is at almost $10 with 9 listings on the market. Those are apparently the 2 biggest in terms of selling. One of my favorites in particular, though, is Diva of Refreshing Calm Christine, which is still decent, but all of these old SP ones, there are lots of them that you can pick up, and, well, I mean, it really is personal preference there. Like I said, Christine is my favorite, and that's the one I prefer to have, but I also kind of like having different Lyrical Monasterio Sentinels in deck, given just how many that there are. Some of the other ones, though, include Sturdy Sweet Samil, which is also from Trick or Trick. There are 8 listings on that one for around $9.50. And then the one that actually makes a difference in terms of archetype is the one from Lyrical Set 3, Nocturne of Flickering Lamp in C. Judith. This one is $17 on the market with a market price of around that point. And this is a ghost, which means it would be used with Felty Rosa as well, just because of that archetype. But there are lots of different Sentinels that you can pick up for Lyrical Monasterio, especially given that set 1 gave us 5 different ones to work with and giving each one an SP. So there are so many high rarity variants that you can grab for this, but at this point, if you want a World Origin, there's only Reptless right now. The Stride deck set for Shiranui is currently $200 base on the market, and with its recent success that we've been seeing in the BCS, it still doesn't sell too heavily, but it does sell over 200. The last sell we saw was in March at 250. There are $200 ones all the way up to 230, and then you have to add shipping and handling to that. Luards is as low as 150 right now. This one is also selling at around 150 and a bit more readily than Shiranui is. There are lots of $150 ones on the market right now, and they go up to 170, and then you gotta add shipping after that. Some of the SIRs from the Triple Drive booster, in particular, I just want to go over 2 of the triggers. The first one is the Front for Cater Sanctuary, Bard of Heavenly Song Alpec. This SIR is 2 on the market right now at $300, and the market price on this one is $88. As for how it's actually selling, despite the $88 market price, the more recent sales, which went through February, all went over $100. So ultimately, this is moving over 100, but we haven't seen it sell over 200 yet. One of the old draw triggers that started off this whole trend of just buying out effect draws is Rouse Wildmaster Riley. This was back when Barrow Magnus and Rejeweled were among the top decks along with Chronojet Dragon. This card has an SIR and Triple Drive as well, which is currently at 6 listings on the market, and it's close to $69 for its base price. Market price on this one is around $71, and the spread of pricing ranges from around 69 all the way to 80. 6 listings again, but there are more quantities among the listings. Going back a bit to Azel, keep in mind that we do have frame rare promo versions of some of the ride lines for a lot of the encounters. Like Knight of Superior Skills Bowman, for Azel in particular, is currently at 13 listings for almost $14 to start off with, and then the market price on this one is over 14, although it's been dropping off. Right now, when it comes to its availability, sellers basically only have 1 or 2 copies right now, and overall, only 13 listings to choose from. But I mean, for a promo, that's not too rough to pick up, I'd say. With Blaster Blade the Vanguard having anticipation now, it looks like we're also seeing some more movement on Ordeal Dragon, which is an older tournament promo intended for blasters. There are 6 listings on the regular one that are over $10 for their base price now, but the market price is around $7, and the foil has 2 listings on the market starting from $25, but that one's market price is closer to $10. There was a card that I did not even know existed from DivineZ 3 that was bought out for Youthberg's new support. And it's basically, I would think that this is a better variant of Wayward Therapy Angel. It's called Exalted Dragon. Basically, you can discard, when you discard it, you can Soul Blast to call it, and it's not limited to just the ride phase, and it just has to be when your Vanguard is grade 2 or higher. So, unlike Wayward Therapy, where your Vanguard has to be grade 3 or higher, this can be called a turn earlier. And on top of that, it gets boost if your other unit was placed by your card's ability. So basically, you Revel Dress every single turn, this unit immediately gets boost. Right now, it's at $6 to pick up. It has 24 listings on the market, but it was, don't be fooled, it was bought out. There were 200 plus of them sold around the announcement of Youthberg. And you can see, oh geez, they're already getting bought for this price. So we're already looking at $9 sales in play sets. And before that, they were selling for just chump change. Do keep in mind, though, that while Exalted Dragon does exist in this set, it is part of a generic line that exists within DivineZ 3. So every nation has a variant of this type of card. As an example, there's Eerie Fixer Dragon for Dark States. Same as Exalted Dragon, you can call it when it's discarded by using a Soul Blast of 1. The difference is the condition in how it gets boost. This one needs you to at least put 2 cards into Soul by card abilities, and then it gets boost for the turn. One thing to note about these grade 2s as well is that if they're called during the battle phase, they can't attack. But the whole purpose there is to call them to the back row so that they can boost during the battle phase to increase power. That's the general outlook of how these work, and each nation does have a variant of it. Rainbow Jewel Beast Ulfurious, which is the cat unit for Lyrical Monasterio, like the ones from set 12. This one comes from Trick or Trick. It only has 3 listings on the market right now and is starting from $22. The market price on this one has been going up from around $13.50. It's now over $17, and the only listings that are on the market range from 22 to over 25 with shipping, and the latest ones that have sold have all sold for 20 or over. There is also a alternate art secret rare I forgot about for Wayward Therapy Angel if you're still looking for that. It's Magic of Scripture's Q-Crypt, which comes out of set 12. This one got bought out as well. It's now a base of basically $70, $71 when you consider shipping. This one has sold for, back in January, it sold for 12s. And on the news of Youthberg, we saw it sell for over $35 per. There weren't too many of these on the market to begin with, though. And right now, they range from $71 past $100 for whatever's left. And then there is Forefront Knight Tedfall. With the new Youthberg being more of a powerhouse rush-based deck, Cater Pile with the order combo with Tedfall has seen a resurgence thanks to that. The card has been bought out to the point of $50 with only the 1 listing on the market now, and the market price has overall been increasing even before the reveal. We saw the market price 3 months ago under $28. Now it's been climbing all the way up to about $34. And in terms of the latest sales, $36 all the way to $50 in the last day. So be careful. This card is moving, and it's highly likely that players are going to be trying this with Youthberg as well. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.